Going on, guys, Jack here, and I am back with episode 58 of my West Ham United career mode. If you could be ever so kind to smash that like button if you are enjoying the series, and also hit that subscribe button too. We're trying to hit 2,500 subs, and if you could show your support, that would really mean the world to me. Let's get into today's video, and we start things off counter-offering Sampdoria again for the services of Verslacco. Florentina coming for Mauro Icardi, which we do reject. 29 million is actually a good offer, though, to be fair. Matt Mazzega is a current target for Sevilla, which we do reject them up front too. 8.5 million again is a respectable offer. We do have our second leg against Swansea in the Capital One Cup, which we do win 2-0, which is great to see, and we do go through rather easily into the next round. I believe we have a final coming up very soon. CM versus Lacko, they say 11 million, we say 12.7, and you have a deal. I feel like this one's edging very close, and they do come back and say that they will match £12.7 million, and it looks like our backup right back will be leaving the club to hopefully get some first team football, because he does deserve it, but he's just not going to get in over Hector Bellerin at the moment, who is definitely our go-to right back at the club. As we get ready now for a game against Chelsea in the Barclays Premier League. Feels like we played Chelsea quite a lot, more than usual. So Chelsea, really good sides. Obviously a win here today will definitely keep alive their European hopes. We need to keep winning to make sure that we stay on top of the Barclays Premier League. Gil Martin in net, who actually is 88 rated overall for Chelsea at the moment. Just bear that in mind, he's obviously a glitched out player. Diego Costa spearheads the attack with an incredible defence in front of Laporte and Boateng of Gil Martin. As you can see, though, Chelsea get onto the ball. It would be Cuadrado onto the loose ball here. Plays it into the box, finds Oscar, who shoots, saved by Butland. And Dyer does get the ball clear eventually as Gundogan wins the ball in possession here. Does find Eric Dyer, who unleashes Paul Pogba now on the right hand side. Paul Pogba through on goal. Gets his shot away. Gil Martin saves. And nothing would come up from the rebound as Diego Costa gets Chelsea going forward now. Ball cleared away by Zuma as far as John Obi Mikel. Plays it back into Pedro. Into the bottom corner. 12 minutes into this game. Chelsea have the lead. And it is from the little Spanish playmaker Pedro. Great bit of play from Costa down that wing there. Stones was never getting close to him. Poor header from Zuma as Mikel calmly lays it off to Pedro. Gets a little bit fortunate, nips it past Bellerin, but he still had a lot to do, and he did find the back of the net there. 2 goals in the Barclays Premier League for Pedro. Well played to him on that occasion as Eric Dyer tries to rally a West Ham comeback here as Icardi gets onto the loose ball. The Argentine does play it back into Eric Dyer. Straight down the throat, though, of the Chelsea goalkeeper. West Ham needs to do better than that to get the goal here as Danny Ceballos gets onto a loose ball. Plays it into Lanzini. First time shot again, straight at the goalkeeper. West Ham have got to be scratching their heads and wondering, how has this game gotten away from us? We need an instant response in the second half, and we know we're capable of it. So let's just do this. As Pogba gets onto the ball, does find Mauro Icardi. The Argentine does really well to hold up play, and somehow it falls back into Paul Pogba, who puts it through the legs of Gil Martin. West Ham United are back on terms, and it is Paul Pogba with the goal. Who else but Mr. Paul Pogba? He has been one of the best signings of the season, if not the best signing. And to put it through the legs of the goalkeeper is even more cheeky from Paul Pogba, who gets his 15th goal in the Barclays Premier League. Like I said, he's our go-to player. He is our talisman. As the ball falls to Dyer now, West Ham really feeling it as John Stones gets onto a loose ball, shoots, and it is saved well again by the Chelsea shot stopper. The ball now comes to West Ham here from a corner. Gundogan onto the ball. The centre mid takes on his man, places it square into Kurt Zouma against his former club, but Gil Martin again provides West Ham with more frustration as Callum Wilson, Mikel Antonio and Mark Noble all come on now for the Hammers. Bit of pace injected into this side, but Oscar would get onto the loose Chelsea ball. Find Van Inkel here. Back into Oscar. Oscar shoots. Butland saves. West Ham hanging on into the 90th minute now. Are West Ham going to get the breakthrough? Are Chelsea going to hold on? Wilson plays it square to Eric Dyer, who puts it way wide of the mark there. The game would come to an end, and it is honours shared here at Stamford Bridge with the final score: Chelsea 1, West Ham United 1. Pedro's early effort cancelled out by the brilliant Paul Pogba. Full-time stats would show that West Ham were the more dominant of the two sides here, but Chelsea held their own. The defence is incredible. And John Obi Mikel, a player that many wouldn't have in their starting lineups, did get the man of the match here today. So a good performance from him. Solid passing display also. With Slacko looking like he will be leaving, we do try and turn our attentions to get the new right back into the club. And we look at former player Sam Byram, offer £4.25 million for his services to try and prize him away from Arsenal, and I think it'd be a really good deal for us if we can get Sam Byron back at the club to do some more training with some of the youth players here. We do actually go into contract negotiations now. We're allowed to speak with Sam Byron. Hopefully he does hold no hard feelings, obviously being sold to Arsenal, so we do offer him 40 grand per week as a squad rotation player. We also turn our attentions to Quincy Promes, obviously a player that is very good in real life. I think we can sign him here, so we do make an offer. It does get accepted. 7.5 million plus Lanzini. We do go into contract negotiations with him, and hopefully he does join the club, which I can confirm he does, and we do get a man into the team. Also, Sam Byron joins the club too. So Sam Byron and Quincy Promes all sign up to the club, which is great to see here. As you can see, there's the confirmation for Quincy Promes. Again, it's an attacking winger. We got frustrated here. We tried to get obviously Delafeu, didn't happen, didn't materialise, and now we make an audacious bid for Lionel Messi, offering him 320 grand per week, which I can confirm he does shut us right down on, and that's the end of that for Lionel Messi, unfortunately for West Ham. Do reject the deal for Matt Mazzega, and Arsenal want Dani Ceballos, the Spanish 21-year-old, is a key part of West Ham's attacking midfield, and he's not going anywhere, not for that price anyway. And an interesting one here, Mateo Poloski has been offered 2.5 million to join Real Madrid, and we do reject that straight up. He's our youth player, and we're going to bring him through our ranks, where I know he'll develop into a world-class player down the line. Callum Wilson, we do offer him a new contract at the club, 50 grand per week on 1-year extension on his current deal, as we do gear up for a game now against Manchester City at Upton Park. It's going to be an A-list game, it really is, against two brilliant sides. Pogba, Icardi, Ceballos, Promes does make his debut here today. Can the Dutch winger provide and show that he is worth a massive price tag and fill the hole that Manuel Lanzini has left down that right-hand side? I feel he can, but City need a win here today to definitely put themselves in a more comfortable position in the league table. Aubameyang, Cruz, Sterling, De Bruyne, Toure, Fernandinho, Company, Otamendi, Clichy, Zabaleta, Caballero, with the likes of Nasri, Mangala, Navas, Bonnie, Ian Nacho on the bench. It is an A-list game here, and hopefully we can get the result as Gundogan gets onto the ball here. The German does really well in this position, gets the ball into the box, finds Pogba, but Caballero is there ahead of his man, and they do eventually get the ball clear as Aubameyang does find Yaya Toure. De Bruyne gets onto the loose ball, falls back to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang into Toni Kroos, shoots, and Butland is equal to the German shot there. Still 0-0 on the night as West Ham play the ball now through to Mauro Icardi from Paul Pogba. Ball here, Icardi cuts inside, Pogba's through on goal, and it is just wide of the mark there. How is that not 1-0 to the Hammers as Quincy Promes links up with Paul Pogba here? First glimpse we're going to see of Promes here as he cuts inside of Vincent Kompany here. Promes darts into the box, it shoots, and it's just whiskers wide there. What an incredible debut goal that would have been for Quincy Promes if he would have found the back of the net on that occasion. Unfortunately not though, and West Ham have to keep searching for that goal as Eric Dyer gets on the ball. Pogba lays it off into Mauro Icardi here. Icardi plays it back into Paul Pogba, and he again snatches at the shot, and it just goes wide. When are West Ham going to find this goal as Pogba lays the ball off to Dani Ceballos here, right on the hour mark? It falls to Eric Dyer, and that was an overhead kick, I do believe. Fantastic effort from Eric Dyer, and that is one way to break the score sheet. It really is the deadlock, shall I say, and get on the score sheet. Dani Ceballos puts the ball in. Look at this. It's an overhead kick from Eric Dyer. That is a stunning finish here, and 3 goals in the BPL for a centre defence midfielder is absolutely unreal. An unsung hero Eric Dyer really is, as Manchester City look for an instant reply. The ball would fall back into their man, falls to De Bruyne, and Butland has to be heavy on his hands there. He really does, as Mark Noble, Kennedy and Mahmoud Dahoud come onto the pitch here. West Ham would loosen up play in the 90th minute. It does fall to Mark Noble in tons of space here. Dahoud's in the middle, plays it across just inches away from Mahmoud Dahoud's foot there, but the game would come to an end. Final score, West Ham United 1, Manchester City 0, and a brilliant effort from Eric Dyer would be the difference between the two sides here. As you can see, the full-time stats do show it was quite an even game shots-wise, but City dominating in possession here, and maybe they feel like they should have done a bit more as the game went on. If it wasn't down anyone's mind, Eric Dyer takes home man of match with a 7.7 rating, and West Ham are looking very good going into the back end of the season. As you can see here, we are 10 points clear at the top of the BPL, and it is unfortunately going to bring an end to today's video. Guys, if you did enjoy it, as always, make sure to smash that like button. I would very, very much appreciate it. And also, smash that subscribe button too. We're trying to hit 2,500 subs, and your support would mean the world to me. Thank you ever so much for watching this video today, guys, and I hope you have a really nice day. I'll catch you all in the next one, and peace!